among the families. And also using nonviolent methods through theater so they can learn how to create a dialogue with people instead of just banging up on them, which is very important, because the natural input is if you say something bad about, like your mother, one child says something about some other child's mother, the child freaks out, but instead of freaking out, let's talk about it. Do you know my mother? You don't know my mother, so you don't know anything about my mother. And this mother thing is a very strong thing here in this country, if you say anything negative about it. And we have even seen it in some of the performances when we work in rehearsal with children. Somebody says something negative to another child, we'll stop it right there and have a discussion about it. Because we also heard racial slurs in sometimes, and we have a discussion right away. Because we don't believe to let it just pass because it's not important. It's very important. Because there's a difference if you are a light-colored child or if you're a dark-colored child. And I know that from way back working in Harlem, where we did a production on African kings and queens. And there was a child it was a Dominican child from the Dominican Republic, and it was extremely dark and beautiful. I mean, it was a very beautiful child. And one of the lighter colored children said, well, she's too dark to be a queen. So, wow, I talked to them about it, that the not importance of this, because you have, the importance is to love each other and to be human, whatever is under your skin, we are all the same. And, just an educational talk about accepting each other. We do theater and visual art with children in juvenile correctional facilities, and the artwork that is produced is in relation to the productions that we're doing. If we do a play about, like, let's say Mother's Day, we do a play, and children love it because they love all their mothers, even if the mother is not the mother that is really the loving mother. And they write this great poetry, and we perform it, and then 2 or 3 of the children do an artwork that is very beautiful about it. And then what we do is we exhibit the art around town in different venues like community centers, galleries sometimes, coffee places, restaurants, to bring out, to tell people that there are children in these institutions that are very creative, and that we really need you to know in the community that these children need you somehow. Either through support, or you could mentor children in these institutions, because they need positive role model, which they don't have a lot of the times. So the artwork, each month the artwork is exhibited in different venues. Right now in February we have 2 exhibits. One exhibit at Teatro Bilingue de Houston, and one exhibit at Dirk's Cafe in Montrose. And I often get feedback from those exhibits of people who want to volunteer or are interested in the artwork, and that people were not aware that children are in correctional facilities. So the artwork is something where children who work with do the artwork, they go really into themselves and express what is in them through the arts. And I have a very good art teacher, George Mansour, who really knows how to open up their creativity, and they feel very proud after they have finished their artwork. I have a questionnaire after each performance and artwork, and I'm 99% get incredible feedback from these children, how they like the program, how they want more of this kind of program, how they learned how to work together, and that they, which really blows my mind, we had one kid that wrote, "Now I know there is something better in life." And that's kind of, ooh, I almost have to cry. That's kind of tells me that what we're doing is the right thing, and it is very important. We also get a lot of feedback that they won't come back to the institutions. They will find other venues, they will create new friends, and try to go back to school. because many of these children are in there for truancy, for robbery. They're in there for non-violent crimes. Are many in there for possession of marijuana, and then you have children in there also that are in the psychiatric ward of the institution, and there are some children that are sex offenders in there as well. Now, I have questioned one of the children that was in there for supposedly sex offender, and I asked him, why are you in here? And he told me the story that he's here for a sex offender, and he did it because nobody gave him ever any attention in his life. And that is kind of another sad story, that these children have not enough attention, not enough love in their young lives, so they do crazy stuff to get attention. So it's negative attention that they are searching instead of positive, because they don't get it. And I think I'm always learning more about it. I have asked several artists over the years why they don't start, something in these institutions, and I get feedback like, well, aren't you afraid? But that's not even a thought in our head when we go in there. It's more about passing something on that will hopefully planting seeds and passing something on an art form that hopefully the youth can use later when they go out and learn something that is different from anything else that they did before. Children's Prison Arts Project, as many other non-profit organizations, are in great need of sponsors who would like to support this project because of the economic situation that is haunting our world. It is becoming more and more difficult to find new funding. And we would like to expand the program, but it is not possible at this time. We are starting our 15th year in juvenile correctional facilities doing arts education. It's an important way to create hope and nonviolence with these children who are in dire need of love, acceptance, creative outlets, new ways, innovative ways to deal with these children. So anybody out there in the community, please feel free to call Children's Prison Arts Project at 713-520-7661 or check out our webpage www.childrensprisonarts@sbcglobal.net, and on the email is also on the webpage is also our email. If you are interested in visiting us in the institutions, I possibly can bring you in as a guest, and you can see for yourself the need in arts education is very important. Thank you very much, and I hope to hear from you. Have a great day all.